All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Matt Oltremari. I am the Program Director and Analyst for Auxiliary Services here at University of Houston. I wanted to welcome you to the Spring 2024 CTAP Faculty Town Hall. Also joining me today will be Timothy Jackson. Timothy works with Follett. He is the team leader for the University of Houston system. Tim will be sharing some information from Follett here in just a few minutes. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by kind of providing a little bit of an overview regarding the CTAP program for those that may be either unfamiliar or just need a bit of a refresher on what CTAP actually is, what it covers, some of the ins and outs. We'll go through some of the frequently asked questions from the CTAP webpage that we have, and then we'll share some information from Follett, some great new initiatives that Follett is rolling out for the spring semester. Timothy will be sharing that. And then we'll open it up to questions and answers. If you have any Q&As, anything to ask as we go through the meeting, please feel free to type those into the Q&A on the meeting, and we'll answer those when time allows. So the Cougar Textbook Access Program is the equitable access learning materials program that we have here at the university. It provides all required course materials for all undergraduate students. Undergraduate students are automatically enrolled in the program each semester. Those students do have the option to opt out of the program on a semester by semester basis. As I mentioned, they are automatically opted in at registration, and the CTAP learning material fee of $299 for the fall and spring semesters and the CTAP learning material tax will be shown on their student fee bill, and they will pay for the CTAP material fee and tax on their fee bill along with their tuition and any other fees that are applied as a student. As I mentioned, students can opt out on a semester by semester basis. They have an opt out available on their student account in the financials tab in the system. The opt out window is currently open for the spring semester. That window opted out at the time that the student fee bill became available. And it will run through ORD for regular session 1 for the spring semester, which in this case is January 31st for spring 2024. So students have until the 12th class day to make the decision on whether to opt in or opt out, or stay opted in or opt out. And they do have the ability to go back and forth as they're doing their pricing. They can opt in and then opt out and then opt in again as needed until they kind of make their final decision prior to ORD. The way the program is set up to work, the program provides digital materials first. That is the first option. Physical materials are provided to the students if digital is not available. As I mentioned, for the fall and spring semester, the fee for the students is $299. For the summer term, it's $180. The fees are subject to 8 1/4 sales tax. So for the fall and spring semesters, students are charged an additional $24.67. And then for the summer, they'll be charged an additional $194.85. And again, those are listed as 2 separate items on their fee bill. Some of the benefits of CTAP, it does provide some transparency for students, definitely assist them with their decision-making and budgeting. They know coming in to the CTAP program what the fee is for the semester. And then as they do their pricing on what it would cost them to procure the materials on their own, they can decide if CTAP is a cost savings for them. If it is, they can stay in the program. If it's not, then they do have that option to opt out. Another great benefit is the way the system is set up. Students can receive their course materials on or before the first day of class, which is really important for you as faculty, to make sure that you can kind of get your course started a little bit quicker and earlier than you may have under the old system. CTAP does create equity and flexible payment options for students because it does allow for students to use financial aid to cover the cost of their materials if their financial aid covers it or allows for it, if there's a surplus in their financial aid amount. They can also apply emergency deferment and use installment plans to help cover those costs as well. The CTAP program does preserve the student's choice with that opt-out option that I mentioned before. And it's a convenience for the students. It reduces the amount of shopping that they need to do and just provides that stress-free purchasing experience for the student as well. Some of the opportunities that we have with CTAP is constant improvement in our communication. That includes both from the academic side, you as faculty, and through enrollment and admissions. We're in the process of making some great strides with some departments across campus to help convey the CTAP messaging and explain the program at the time that students are applying to school here at U of H and through their admissions and of course through the enrollment process. So we're really making some strides to improve that communication. We are constantly looking at improving our FAQs. We have done some of that from the fall into as we're preparing for spring 2024. And improving the access instructions. And some of that were some issues that we experienced in the fall semester. A lot of that information has kind of been taken back to Follett and to our publishers. And there have been some new initiatives that are being rolled out to help with that portion of things. And Timothy will talk about some of that here shortly. We do have a dedicated email address for the CTAP program. It is ctapuh@central.uh.edu. Both students and faculty are, free to email us at that address to ask any questions, express any concerns about the program. That email box is constantly monitored, and we respond to emails very quickly on those. Just a quick overview, some CTAP numbers from the fall 2023. Out of the 37,485 undergraduate students that we had enrolled, our participation rate in CTAP was 77%. So we had approximately 28,900, almost 29,000 students that stayed opted into the program. And that left about 85 that chose to opt out. And so obviously we know that that's for varying reasons. They just weren't interested in the program. Maybe it did not save them money and they wanted to just procure the materials on their own. And in some cases, students just don't have textbooks. And so obviously it doesn't make sense for them to stay opted into the program if they don't have to purchase any materials. Just a quick reminder regarding course title submissions and the adoption deadlines. So for summer, our deadline for adoptions is March 15th. For fall, it's April 15th. And of course, for spring, which is already passed, it's October 15th. Our partner at Follett did begin an auto renewal process that was implemented starting with the spring 2024 adoptions. That did help increase the adoption rate quite a bit. And it was, I think, a lot easier for some of the faculty to complete that process. It is very important and really crucial. On-time submittals are very crucial for our partner at Follett to secure materials for the students. For non-CTAP students, those that are not part of the program or choose to opt out, the store needs to secure as many used books as possible, as early as possible. And for our CTAP students, we need to ensure that we can fulfill the CTAP promise of providing the materials by the first day of class. So it's really important that our faculty hit those deadlines, meet those deadlines for those adoptions to really help our Follett partners secure those materials for those students. All right, so jumping over to real quick, if we have any questions, again, please feel free to type those into the Q&A. Wanted to kind of cover some of the information that's available on our website. We do have a dedicated web section for the Cougar Textbook Access Program. That is here on the auxiliary services section of the web page. One of the things that we did this fall, or at the end of the fall semester, so leading into spring, we were able to break out the faculty FAQs into its own separate page. Prior to that, it was actually buried at the bottom of the main FAQs page, and probably just a little more difficult for faculty to find. So we did break that out. So I wanted to kind of cover some of the information that's available on the faculty FAQ page. Some of the main questions that we've received or feel that are important to address. Does CTAP affect your academic freedom to choose your own materials? The answer to that is no. CTAP was built and established with the intent of securing or ensuring the academic freedom for you, and that remaining intact. You can use the same materials you have, although you do need to be using the most recent edition available. That's definitely something that our partners at Follett and the publishers have stressed. So using those most recent editions are very important. Of course, we talked about the adoption deadlines. We're not going to repeat those here. If you would like, can I utilize physical desk copies of the course materials you teach? The answer is yes. The Campus Store can help faculty obtain instructor desk copies of the current editions as needed. You just need to connect with the Campus Store and make those requests. How will ancillary materials be delivered to faculty? Things like PowerPoints, quizzes, test banks, solutions will be delivered in the same manner that they always have been. Where will I be able to access digital learning materials you're teaching? Those digital materials are available through the Canvas Learning Management System. So in Canvas. Training is available for digital learning materials. Publishers do have the ability to provide training opportunities for faculty to make sure that you're comfortable working with those materials. Does CTAP have an impact on the student's learning experience? The answer is yes. The aim of CTAP was to provide the course materials before the first day of class, which hopefully means they are prepared for learning on day one. So you as faculty have the option to get started with your teaching and your courses really on the first day. So that's really important for the student's learning experience. We do have some suggested language for CTAP here on the website. You are free to use this message. You're free to customize it for your particular course or your needs. We just wanted to provide some sample language that you can incorporate into your syllabi to convey what CTAP is and that it is part of your course. Okay. I do not see any questions yet, so we're going to shift gears. I'm going to ask Timothy to kind of talk about some of the things that Follett is rolling out for us.
All right. Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a Cougarific day. I'd like to start by saying thank you to Follett for unintentionally using the Love You Blue UH on the beginning of my slide here. So we learned a lot from the initial launch of CTAP in the fall, and Follett has done quite a bit to try to make this a lot easier for not only the faculty, but the students when it comes to getting questions answered. The first thing that we're going to do is have a Zendesk self-service portal that'll be available 24 hours to students. We're going to have a new customer email that's supported by a Follett team so that it's more tailored to the University of Houston. We'll have my favorite part, a new digital delivery email that comes out to faculty to show you how to set up and access those digital materials, and then a digital delivery tool for students. And I'll go into more details in a few seconds. So really, our goal was to just try to make this simpler for everybody. And so we know that there were a lot of questions when this rolled out, and especially with Canvas being new to the campus. We've added this new CTAP at Follett email. What's really great about this is that this is going to be, this in tandem with the Zendesk will be checked constantly. So if a student at 11:50 who's got homework due at 12 needs support, we'll be able to do that. The enhanced customer service support will feature 200 support articles. So it'll break down every single item or material that we're offering here at University of Houston. We'll have a live chat that people can use to help students and faculty navigate the resources and find those materials faster. What's really great about this is, again, you know, when I and the team at UH were supporting students, we were doing this between 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 window. I remember a few nights in the first week of class that I was up till 10, 11 o'clock at night with other Follett partners answering emails, but that doesn't always work for the students. Sometimes they're working after hours, and their time frame to get support may be a time when the bookstore is closed. So this has soft launched and will be ready to roll out for the spring semester, and students will be able to get 24-hour access and service. Again, this is my favorite part. We're being extremely proactive in trying to assist faculty. What will happen now is you'll get an email that will show you the course, the publisher product, and the delivery method for the materials being used in your course. You'll be able to use this as an opportunity to check to see if your adoption is correct. And then you'll get the instructions on how to go into Canvas and apply the LTI to your course. The emails will be coming from an efollett.com, so make sure you guys look out for that. And obviously, junk or spam folders may need to be checked in the beginning to initiate those emails to make sure that they're flowing to you properly. So this is kind of the instructions tool and what it'll look like, and this is an item that I'll be able to assist faculty with locally. Interestingly enough, I don't have access to the Canvas system, and I know that faculty can't see students' side of it. So this will help me be able to support you on a much higher level. And we've also got, which is super exciting on the next slide, the student support. And this one is absolutely a winner for me because I was reading student syllabi the first week of class, trying to figure out where these links may appear. I have the ability now to look up students and be able to find that material for those students and give them instructions quickly and appropriately so that there's no hang up in their getting their materials that first week of class. Between all of these tools that we'll have rolling out, we really firmly believe that we'll have a stronger support system for the students and faculty, and we'll be able to answer these questions in a much faster and timelier manner than we've had the ability to in the past.
All right. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you providing that information for everyone. So I do see that we have one message posted here in the Q&A from Patrick Peters. In my discipline, we do not typically have required textbooks, but list recommended reading, so students seek out those texts. For those students who are choosing to opt into CTAP, can I make these recommended resources available through CTAP? And then an example is provided. So Patrick, the answer to that is that required course materials are included in CTAP. Recommended materials are typically not included or are not included in CTAP. So that's kind of the way the system is set up and the program is set up. Tim, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that covers it. The reality is that this is a required material. If you feel that this is a material that's needed for your course, we absolutely want to make sure it gets into the required bucket. But you know, the pricing for CTAP is based on the materials that we've seen for the university, and we've done some research based on all those adoptions that we've seen in the last 4 years. So any changes that are made could impact that dollar amount. So that's the only concern that I would just want to shout out. But otherwise, if it's a required material, if someone needs this to pass your class, we certainly want to have that conversation.
All right. I do not see any other questions. We'll give it just a minute. If there are any additional questions, please feel free to drop those into the Q&A. We'll address those. Not see anything coming across. So, yeah, hopefully you found this information valuable and can help you, with navigating the CTAP program. We do plan to host another CTAP faculty town hall in January before the semester starts. And we will also be hosting two student-facing town halls as well during that time prior to the semester. That way students can get some more information as well. That will be open to anyone. So you as faculty are also welcome to join that town hall to kind of get information, more on the student side of things. We do have another post here. When will we receive confirmation that our book is included in CTAP? Tim, would you like to address that?
So I don't have the details on when those emails will be going out, but for the faculty side of it. But if you are teaching an undergraduate course, your book is included in CTAP, required material.
All right, so I do not see any additional questions posted. So we do thank everyone for being here. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to connect with us at that ctapuh@central.uh.edu. We will certainly, find answers for you regarding anything regarding CTAP. And again, thank you all for being here today. We appreciate your time, and we'll connect again in January. Y'all have a great day.